Good morning, y'all. I'm going to document the Strawbale garden this morning because I have just finished planting tomatoes. This was the year that I wasn't going to plant tomatoes. I told Brian that I might not plant very many. I'd had dental oral surgery, and so I didn't feel so good, and leading up to it, and on and on and on. You know how life gets in the way. And I thought, well, I didn't start seeds this year. That's the first time in decades, it feels like. I always grow everything from seed. And so I bought a few tomatoes the other day, and they were a little expensive. So I thought, well, I'll just grow 2 or 3. And then I ran across some yesterday at one of my local nurseries, just right across the street from me, close to me. Sunrise Nursery, which they had 12 varieties. And I thought, well, all right. So I went over there and looked at them. Teeny wants to talk this morning, I think. Maybe she'll be quiet. Stop. Doesn't mind very well. Okay. Anyway, when I researched them, the seeds came from Baker Creek heirloom seeds, and so I was really pleased with them. And I have planted 20 something. I think 24. I think 24 plants this morning. So maybe we'll have lots of pretty tomatoes. There's Cherokee Purple and Brandywine and Mortgage Lifter, Dad's Sunset, Paul Robeson, Beefsteak. Then there is Yellow Pear and Sun Gold, Black Crim, Black Cherry, Blue Beauty, and Pink Jazz. So y'all know this is going to be a beautiful array of tomatoes. All, like Eat the Rainbow. Well, I should have all different colors. Yellow and blue, black, pink, and red. Well, kind of red. Brandywine, I guess, will be kind of red. And this right here, this is fixing to get planted with okra. Just a little bit of an overview. They're loving this weather. It's cool and overcast, perfect planting weather. And the bachelor buttons are still putting on a show. They're gorgeous. They are really more than I dreamed. So there they are. And another day we'll get into the garden and I'll show y'all what all's happening down there. We have potatoes. I dug one tiny little potato this week about 1 inch across just to see that, yep, there are tomatoes there. I mean potatoes. Excuse me, I have tomatoes on the brain this morning. And this is it. We're in flower mode in the garden right now. This deodar cedar that I grew from seed. Isn't that neat? I asked our tree guy what could I do about it because it wasn't growing very good, and it's probably 20 years old. Well, 18 years old, and he said, why don't you fertilize it? It's like, duh. So I did. I fertilized it, and it's so much better. So much better. It's the simple things. Anyway, there's one more look at the bachelor buttons. And this, I have roses here and there all in the garden. I don't have a rose garden. I have roses just here and there mixed in. And this color is just beautiful. This was Mr. Lincoln and Mr. Lincoln Rose, tea rose. And it died, or I thought I've moved it 2 or 3 times because it wasn't happy where it was. And so I kept moving it until I moved it here. The chipmunks got in it and dug holes around it, and it's just been limping along, and I decided I would just pull it up this year. And lo and behold, I think maybe the rootstock. I don't know roses that good, but underneath where the graft, where Mr. Lincoln, where the graft was, started to grow, and it turned out absolutely beautiful. It's this crimson color, and it's got so many blooms on it. It doesn't smell, but I don't care. It's really beautiful. So it's going to make the cut. I'm not going to pull it up. And I see down there, look, see, it's even putting on new growth. I'm just amazed at gardening. I'm amazed. So lots of things to do in the garden. Lots of things to plant. But it'll happen, and hopefully we are through with really cold weather. We got down to about 42 this week, which, goodness gracious. But I think we're done. So, Byzantine, glads, and I'm really liking coleus this year because it looks like flowers without all the having the deadhead and all that stuff, and it roots really well. So there's one more look at bachelor buttons, and y'all have a good weekend. This is Mona from Winterpast.